This is something that gets you long-term, powerful results, is because you took the base ground level. I'm not saying my max went higher. I'm not saying my max deadlift went up 10 pounds. No, I'm saying the base deadlift that I do every day. I'm not even gonna do that base weight. I'm raising up my base. See, a lot of people, they want to increase their peak. They want to increase their peak performance. And that's a requirement in fitness. But that's a byproduct of you changing your base. Remember, I want to deadlift 500 and I'm at 450 right now. That's great. Your peak will get your peak. My best performance. Wow, I hit 500. But me peak deadlifting 1 rep's not going to get me better results. You know what is my base deadlift on my non-deadlift days. My base. I'm raising that up in the weight that it was originally, 135, maybe a 45 on each side. I'm gonna do for 5 to 10 reps just for average work. I'm throwing that out and I'm raising my standard. Whatever that next level is, that's now my base. Because when I threw out now there's room for more at the peak. There's room for more at the peak. See, people, when you increase your peak, that doesn't help you with what's next because that's still the peak. You've got to feel me on this, but when you take that base level out, like Tetris, and you move it down, there's room for a new peak now. There's room for a new peak. And that base of the pyramid, you know damn well that's where the work is done. That's where the work is done. The peak is when you're eating good, feeling good, you wake up good, you had enough pre-workout, and you make it happen. But the peak really is just a byproduct of your strength. Your base, that's where the work is done. That's where the repetitions and your daily in and out is done. So if I can raise that standard, raise your base standard, raise your base standard. People are always worrying about how do I increase my peak? Man, you got to feel this because this is just coming to me. How are you going to wake up at 3 a.m. and come up with these ideas, Nick? Get rid of the base. And you're capable because your peak is way up here, right? If I could do 450, then what is me talking about going from 135, maybe add a 10 on each side, and that's my new base. And also remember, I'm not allowed to do any less because this is my new base. That's part of the requirement, is that you can't go back. Set new standards, but not at the top, not like, I'm gonna do 500 now. The 500 will come, but change the base. So if your floor, you want your ceiling you want more room for potential, as your results keep stacking up, get rid of those bottom results to where now there's more room. I don't know if you guys can feel me on this. Give me some comments. You guys, let me know how you're feeling because this is how it works. The base, the biggest part of the pyramid, that's where all of the volume is done. All of the hard work and stuff that people don't appreciate. That's where it all comes from. So if I have a heavier base, now my foundation is stronger and there's more room at the top for a bigger peak. If the sky's the limit, then why is your ground floor like 2 or 3 pounds, whatever it might be, the exercise and lift? Get rid of that. Raise your standards at the base. Raise your standards to where I'm working out at 3:30 in the morning every day. That's my base. Move it down. There's more room at the top. You feel me?